The narrative right now in the polls, and I believe it's a true narrative. I don't know. I'm sure there are discrepancies between reality and the polls. There always are. But I don't think the polls are necessarily geared to be dishonest. They may be faulty, but they're not. I don't think they're mostly dishonest. But the narrative is that Trump is losing the people who didn't like him in the first place. That's who he's losing. He's losing the people who said, God, I hate this guy, but I hate Hillary Clinton. And I hate Hillary, hate Donald, but I'll go with Donald Trump. At least he's something different. At least it's not, this, we know what Hillary would do. We know she's a crook, so we're going to go with. And the idea is that now that they're saying, oh my God, I still hate him. We still hate him. But now we have a chance to go with somebody else. And we like Joe Biden. He's great, old lunch pail Joe. He's funny old Joe, and he's great. And this is a point that Ben Shapiro has been making for a long time, is that people are not afraid of Biden the way they were afraid of Hillary. They don't hate Biden the way they hated Hillary, and that is absolutely true. But it's interesting to wonder. It's interesting to wonder if what operated in the last election through a dislike of Hillary that got Trump elected, just barely. But it got him elected because people disliked Hillary. I'm wondering if the distrust of what Biden really is going to operate that way, because it's very hard to say that this guy who won't come out of the cellar, this guy who won't do an interview, I mean, he must get down on his knees. Biden must, if he can get down on his knees, must get down on his knees every night and thank God for this pandemic. Because what would he be doing if we didn't have the social distancing and the shutdowns and you can't go out and you can't do this and you can't do that? What would he be doing? He would have to come out of his cellar. He would have to come. He couldn't make a virtue of hiding away. I mean, James Carville can say this is what he should be doing because it looks like virtue that he's hiding away. But of course, what this guy is the beginning of the deluge. He is the beginning of leftist culture taking over again. And one of the people he's considering as vice president, Karen Bass of California. She was the one who mourned Fidel Castro. He was the comandante. He was the commander-in-chief. And look, the left knows all this. There's a piece in The Atlantic by Peter Nicholas talking about the fact that Trump still has a chance. And Cornel West, the Harvard University race hustler and a Bernie Sanders supporter, said, we have to be true to ourselves and acknowledge that Biden is a mediocre, milquetoast, neoliberal centrist that we've been fighting against in the Democrat establishment. Nina Turner, a co-chair of the Sanders campaign, told this reporter, it's like saying to somebody, you have a bowl of crap. She didn't use the word crap, but she said, you have a bowl of crap in front of you, and all you've got to do is eat half of it instead of the whole thing. It's still crap. So we know what the left thinks about Joe Biden, and we know he's not going to appoint a vice president of his own stripe. There are people they're talking about are Susan Rice, Kamala Harris, that lady I was just mentioning before from Georgia, Karen Bass. These are the people he's thinking about. And the minute he's in office, the move is going to be made to get rid of him, and the whole culture of leftism is coming up behind him.